Welcome to Acquire with Ashok. In today's talent and transformation segment, we ask a slightly more elusive question. Why is it that some trainers are fully booked and others are still circling back to emails to see if anyone has bothered to respond? And no one did. Same country, same skill set, but one has just polite silence. So, what's the difference? Let's be honest. Most trainers don't wake up thinking, how do I improve training outcomes today? They wake up thinking, how do I get booked again and maybe paid on time? Which is fair, but the reality is this: companies don't pay for knowledge, they pay for results, they pay for change, they pay for transformation. So if your training doesn't improve performance, productivity, or profit, you're not a trainer. You're a very expensive coffee break with slides. Now, what actually makes a trainer in demand? I can say there's probably three things. Number one, it's your content. Don't use recycled material from 2008. If your slides have gradient in the background, word art, or a quote from a flip phone era, you know, chuck it away. Right now, companies care about AI adoption, productivity, decision making, people who get things done smarter and faster, people who save costs. You must be current, especially in this economic climate, or you just get faded away. Number two, your energy matters because it's about delivery. Because your audience maybe didn't sleep well, maybe they're replying to messages under your table, or maybe is mentally somewhere waiting for lunch or waiting to leave their job. So if you don't control the room controls you. Now think about Anthony Robbins. When he walks in a room, nothing to do with the slides. Because when he walks in, even the problems sit up. And number three, let's talk about commercial awareness. You need to understand what are real world business problems and not just theory. Like us practitioners, the guys who are out there dealing with the corporates. We understand why staff don't use AI, why productivity drops after Monday, and why sometimes meeting are like having a group therapy session. So, and when we solve that, you're suddenly not the trainer. You're the one who's answered companies' prayers. And then let's talk about projection, because this is where many trainers quietly disappear. You're not selling training per se, you're selling certainty. So, four things that you must project. One is the authority. People must know that you've actually seen real situations, not just memorize content over and over again and found it a better way of presenting. Number two is your energy. You've got to keep everyone alive and engaged so they remember what you're teaching. Because if your session sounds like a bedtime story, people will treat it like what? Number three, you've got to be relevant. Stop giving examples that nobody listens to. Silicon Valley, or US, wherever. We're in Malaysia, where it's difficult to get people to turn around their camera in meetings, or even for people to look up to you when you look at them. They're down, shy, and things like that. And after the session, the company will want to know what has changed. And if the feedback is, oh, we enjoyed ourselves at the session, then it's probably just they enjoyed the makan at the hotel. But what's missing is you have to stop being just a trainer and you've got to be a platform on your own. You've got to share your insights that when people follow you, it's not just inspirational quotes from which sounds like a fridge magnet sometimes. It's engaging content that makes people slowly understand what it takes to change behavior and also to make changes in their day-to-day work. And if your content seems like a 20-page proposal that nobody reads, then sorry, you're not just connecting with people. So, why I am sharing this with you in a Malaysian context is because we're in the same boat and there's enough business for everyone. But the companies will pick the best that actually makes a difference. And the word of mouth is the most powerful kind of referral that you can get. So if you're reading slides, please stop. If your content is outdated, then you're not competing enough. You're being replaced slowly but surely. And if you refuse to market yourself, then your market will refuse to notice you too. And you depend only on your connections to get gigs, then that's not strategy, that's just plain optimism. The top trainers today are not just trainers, they are brands. Look at Simon Sinek. He's got books, he's got his talks, he's got his corporate work. It's a whole package, a whole suite of what he wants to deliver. So training is just one part of his game. You got to think bigger. That's what the whole game is about. So let me leave you with this. If you're a trainer today and you're not building your presence, you're not showing results, and you're not evolving with the rest of the market, you're being overlooked because someone else is chosen. This was Acquire with Ashok, and hope you enjoyed that segment of talent and transformation. See you in the next episode. Thank you.